Okay, this is the mini lesson for Shutterfly, presented by Amy Roy.
Okay, so over the summer I decided, well actually last year, a friend of mine who I went to college with started her own website for her kindergarten classroom, and she asked me to be a member. So I checked it out, really liked her site and what she was putting on it, so I decided to make my own. I made most of it over the summer, so that way it was done and I just had to pop in pictures. And it was really easy. It took me a day maybe to get everything that I wanted on here, so don't panic, it's really easy. To start, so this is my site, just first of all, if you're curious about what it even is. You add pictures, you can add members. So at the beginning of the year, I asked all my parents for an email address, and then you can add members. So I added all of my parents on here, if they agreed to it. I had them check off if their child could be on the internet, if I could put their name on the internet. Nobody can see these besides members. So that was really reassuring to me that nobody's just going to go creep on this page and say, oh, look, this is a kid, So that was reassuring. Otherwise, you can put pictures, videos, the calendar. We can go through all this stuff later. Class list, everything and anything a parent might want to see online. So that's kind of what it is. Do you want me to go through all of these tabs first? Do you guys want to go through them before you make your own, or do you want me to show you how to make it?
Let's see what you all have on your site.
So on my home screen, you don't have to do any of this stuff. You can take out any section. You can add more sections. So if you see something on here you do not like, do not feel like you have to do that. I added a little intro right here, just introducing what this is to the parent in case they're wondering what in the world I'm trying to do here. My key contacts, I put myself and the principal just in case they need to contact anybody. The class news and updates section. This I add my random notes that I want to tell all the parents. So like today I added one, spelling, spelling, spelling. This is where I'm going to put all of my spelling lists. So then that way if the parents lose them at home, they can just go on the website and they have a list. So you can add random notes to this section and it'll pop up on their email.
It looks like you can add attachments right there, like the word
So like
list
today
right
I added this one with an attachment with a spelling list. So when I click on it, at home they would hopefully be opening our spelling list.
Just as a note too, if you're doing this in Word, if you go under the Office button over the left-hand side and do a Save As on these and do a PDF, that way you don't have to worry if they have Word or what program they have, because it'll just open as a PDF and then everyone can open it. Just as a little mental note, whenever you're posting things online like that, if it's like,
they can't edit it either.
they cannot edit it either,
That's
no.
nice.
So that's kind of nice then. And they can print it and everything else, but it's just putting it up just so everybody can open it, because you might run into a few folks that say, I don't have Word, or I have a dinosaur, or whatever, so.
Okay. So yeah, also in the news section, I just said, told all the parents I'm going to be putting all the newsletters on here. One about our classroom pet, one about the first week of school, just anything you feel like you want to share with everybody. They have the option to comment. You can turn that off, I think. I haven't done that because I like the comments. But like Lindy wrote, what a fun class. So they can, if they have a question or they want to interact with it, they can talk back and forth as parents or to you. Also on the home screen, I have websites that we use if you want them to use them at home. Files, you can add anything that, like, if you wanted to do your homework, you could put your homework on there. I don't know. I just did the basics. I'm going to put my newsletters over here as one of them. Class list, classroom schedule, anything that you want them to see. And also you could put them in PDF, obviously, instead of Word. And then down here, this is from my calendar, which this is a separate tab, but upcoming events. So I added things like early hours, birthdays, school pictures, anything that the parents would want to know, nothing other than that. So that's the main page. Pictures and videos. I take lots of pictures in my room. I don't know, some I wanted to share them with my parents. So I've done it 3 times. I've uploaded pictures. But it comes in like a photo album, kind of like Facebook. And then they can go look at all the pictures what's going on in our room. So here's our map of our faith. Yeah. you can see it.
And they can order these pictures through Shutterfly, correct?
Yes, if they want to. I didn't even tell my parents about that because I figured that'd be a mess. But over here through the class store, I turned it all off. But if they want to, they see, oh, Franny's mom's going to say, I really want to order that picture. They can go order pictures through the website if they want to. But I didn't really think that was that important. The calendar, I thought this was pretty nifty. I went through over the summer and added everything. Picture day, early outs, and all you have to do, you go to your calendar, you click on the day, and an event pops up, and you pick the times, what kind of event it is, what you want to name it. The thing that's really nifty about this that I really liked, which is kind of gets annoying if you're not really interested in it, but it sends an email for every event to parents. So last year I was getting kindergarten updates about the Atlantic Elementary, so I turned it off. But it's nice because if they have an early out and they forget it, they're getting an email a day or 2 before that they know about it. You can turn it off. So like for the kids' birthdays that I put on the calendar, I turned it off. So then you just click the box and it won't send them an email about that. So if you want to turn them all off, you can. That's the calendar. And then for next year, you can clear the site. So like your stuff will stay the same, but it'll just clear the whole calendar so I can add all my new ones. I don't have to go in and make a whole new site next year.
That's nice.
Nifty.
So all your files and everything will stay unless you remove them.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. So next year when I want to change all the dates, it'll all be here, but.
Because we're pretty sure with the portal, if anybody's using that too, the older grades, we're pretty sure that that's going to have to be added every year new too, just like Edline was. So if you have your own classroom website, that's one of the perks. Stuff stays there year after year, and you can add, delete as you choose then.
Volunteer, I don't have anything under here. People that do, they just put up sign-up sheets for like classroom parties and stuff, but I didn't need it, so I left it blank. This is what comes up under the class list. These are the parents that have accepted and become a member of our site. It doesn't mean they can't see it, but they want to interact on the site. So they have created their own Shutterfly account. So they have, it's all free, but they have to go in and actually, give them their name, their email address, that kind of stuff. So these are just their information in there.
And just you see that, or do other parents see that too?
They can see that.
Okay,
So anything
because they're a member of this.
And
But
I
it's
don't know.
private though too, right?
Yeah, and it says
Okay.
the information in this roster is visible to the member, so they know it when they're putting it on there, I guess.
Okay.
I guess they didn't have to put their phone numbers if they don't want to be called. The message board, I really don't use it a whole lot, obviously, but if you want the parents to interact about a topic, you can write here, and then you can see how many people have read it and your replies. So like if, I don't know why you would really want the parents to give you their word, but I mean, that sounds horrible. So that's that. I don't know why you would want to use that really. Maybe about a classroom party or something if you want opinions on something, I don't know. But it's just nice because all the people that are involved in it can see it. You don't have to email everybody out and say, oh, this person says this person says this. So that's really it. I mostly use it for my files, like my spelling list, the newsletters, and my pictures. Those are the main things I do on it.
Do you send newsletters on with paper anymore? I do.
Yeah.
I do both.
I was going to give them the option, but then I didn't want to have to go through and say, oh, which person has paper and which one doesn't. I could though if I wanted to. Like the Ted's newsletter that only goes home with certain kids. You could do it that way. Yeah.
Did you have to have permission to post all of these kids? I mean, at one time, I remember when my kids were in school, I had to sign a waiver.
And I put that on at open house. I said, I had a letter written out that said, you know, do I have permission to put your child's name, picture? Yeah.
Because do we get a list from anybody anymore that says
I know
these
it,
kids don't
at
have?
registration,
You still have-
they do, but as far as the list getting put out, I don't know how they
Because I
do
can
that.
remember at one time, but it's been a long time ago, actually, these kids are 8th graders now. I think it's the last time I remember having a student that was not.
I don't
supposed to
think we
be
really get any that I
published.
know of. I'll have to ask Ann Smiths if she has that list, if there's any. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. We could see too.
Well,
I
the
think
thing
when
is,
you,
nobody else can see it. It's just
Right.
the parents of other kids.
I think too, if you're gonna do your own site like that, I think it's a really good idea, especially with little ones,
Yeah.
to do that, and that way they know, you know, and plus to reiterate that this is private, you know, that you can't Google search this and it won't come up. And if it comes up, you can't get in and see anything. Like when she sent me the link for me to look at it, I had to go and ask her permission before it let me see anything. And then she could grant me a
You
position.
send home too that explain, like the Shutterfly, when you make your own account, they send home like an email that just says, this is free, this is private, you know, so you don't have to make your own.
So when the parent goes on to be a member, then does that shoot you something?
I get an email. Yep, whatever email you put in here, it shoots to my school email.
Okay.
So then before they can see anything, I have to go back into the site and like allow it. It's really easy though. It's not a process. They put in all their own. I didn't have to put in any of their information. They do all that. So, let's see. To make one, if you're on Shutterfly, there is a share tab right here. I think so. I don't know if you just want me to walk through it and then do
Yeah.
it, or if you guys want to do it now,
Probably just walk through it and then,
and I can help you guys.
yeah,
too.
we can walk around.
Okay, so there's the share tab. You're gonna click on that. Oh, is this gonna show me? Okay, I'm gonna log out.
Yeah, you gotta log in. You log into the website. You set up, you sign up.
Yes, sorry.
You have
Well,
to
and
sign up.
first you don't even have to sign up
Okay.
because it'll ask you if you wanna be a member.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we're
you're
not
just at
adding
shutterfly.com right now.
Yep, just shutterfly.com.
Okay, and
And
then
then click on share.
click on share.
And then if you want to, you can sign up your information right here, but since I already am, I'm gonna go to share sites and then learn more. And make a free site. Then you get your category, which this is like set up for classroom uses. So you're gonna click on classroom and then your role as a teacher. Great, let's just do something. The name of your site, this is like the actual, what they would type into the URL bar. So I did second grade fun with Mrs. Roy. You can just put Mrs. Ludwig's class or whatever you want to name it. It doesn't have to be anything super cool.
As a side note too, I'm gonna make a space on the Kemper website for any teachers that do create their own teacher web pages, and so we'll have it there for parents to go to too. Okay, so they can, if, that way they don't always have to remember what your website is, the address, so we'll have a whole list of anyone that wants to make their own websites. And that means either Google sites or use a Weebly or this, anything, any site's fine.
And then this you can skip. It's just a school digit. I didn't put anything in there. I don't think we have a school digit, do we?
I did put it in there.
Oh.
When you click on the right to the right of it, the NCES ID locator, it searches for your school. You put in the state and the city and then Kemper. I did do that.
Okay.
Just again, just so it's sort of recognizing that you are associated with the school. And then click the search there. I think that'll come up with,
Oh, we're in
Maybe-
California.
oh,
Yeah, otherwise I wish.
and then you can click. It's not listed there. Type in
Oh, I
Kemper.
have it underneath.
Yeah, there we go, private, it's under there. This camper is listed then. And then it gives you the number right up there where it says NCES schools number,
Right here.
right there. And I just copied that number and pasted it in. How important that is, I really don't know.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
know
you never
it's-
did, you didn't even do it, okay.
No, I don't think so.
All right. But we can help you guys get started with that too.
Your design, I was pretty picky about this. I went through about every single one. But I was like, oh, what options do I have? So just whatever you want to do. And then your email address. What do you want me to put in here? I can stick it in mine. I can delete. Well, I can delete it.
Okay.
I got that.
So you put in an email address and a password, and that's how you log into it the next
Maybe
time.
you don't even have to have an account. I don't know. I have one already, so I just figured you had to. But maybe they don't have to create an account on Shutterfly first. Maybe they just want their email.
I just created an account for just in that Shutterfly.
What?
They have everything there, you need to know.
Yep. Pretty much. So you can guide. I didn't. So I didn't want the little things. at
Do you
the
see
top.
that on there? I'm just gonna point that out. Right here with my video camera here too. Do you see that it says here, yes, please guide me? So if you want that, it will give you step-by-step directions on how to create your own site. Just go ahead and click that just for giggles so they can kind of see what that is.
Okay, so role teacher. So you're just gonna fill out all this room here. Update it later. Okay.
That's just for the volunteer part of it.
Oh, I did not do that.
I didn't do all that
Fix
either.
names in?
I didn't put any of that in.
No, I didn't
How
either.
did that get in there then?
Let's go back.
You didn't have to put those kids' names in?
Uh-uh.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Remember, the parents do, you know, they go in,
Okay.
she sends a link to them and they go in.
See, this is where I started.
Yeah.
It pops up, that's what my site looks like. So all of our sites will have the same stuff on it, but you can make it yours.
I'm just gonna make another note to you
Yeah.
too, that when you put these pictures in here, see those pictures going across the top? You can change the layout of that, if you click change picture. You can change the layout, and different things, but I had to make my pictures.
Layout option.
Yeah, layout options, you can change that so it can be straight across or different ones, however you want the layout. But you're gonna have to maybe choose from a group of pictures. I had troubles getting what I wanted to fit in there correctly. And I had tried to resize it and it didn't quite go the way I wanted to, it was off-centered a little bit. So I'm just saying, don't have your heart set necessarily on a picture because you may not be able to use it, okay? Because I tried different times. But it seems like the photos seem to work fine. Now, are these photos that you have here, are they on your Shutterfly account?
No,
Okay.
they do pop over.
Okay, they do
Yeah.
pop over when you upload them. Okay,
Yeah.
because yeah, I noticed that too on mine.
Yep, so like if I want to make a photo album, I could go over to my Shutterfly account and make.
And just do it.
Well, that's where you have to go to your Shutterfly account to get the pictures out.
No.
No, so like, okay, so if I want to put a picture in here, oh no, I don't want to edit it.
And you're not logged on as anybody but user, so there won't be any
Well, I need
pictures.
mine.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
Shutterfly thing.
Um,
You can do it right from my documents too. Okay, you can upload right from my documents, or if you have your camera plugged into your computer, you
Yeah.
can do it right from the camera as well.
So let's say I should do this. Okay, so I want to change the picture. So I already had from my camera, I uploaded, which that's a whole other process, but you upload your pictures through, I have a camera card or a little plug-in thing that I just pop them in. Then they pop into here, and then you just choose which ones you want. So the hardest part is uploading your pictures, really, and then they just pop in. Click the picture, that wasn't the best one.
You see what I mean, how it cut their heads off?
Yep.
That's why you have to be
edit it.
particular about what pictures you choose, because it has to kind of fit in there. And see, that would be okay
I
too, but
have to move
it
it
seemed
with
like every
this.
picture I chose was too big and I couldn't get everything to fit in there, so.
picture. Yeah, so that's pictures.
And then you just click on stuff down below, add event, and you just click
Yep.
to add things.
It's really
That's all you have to do.
You mess around with it and you can't mess it up. When I started though, in the customize, edit site info, I think. There was one when I started, I added Ted as a member, and he said he opened it at home and he could edit the stuff that I was putting on here. Like he could change what I was writing and whatnot. So I changed something. I didn't find it though.
Probably edit site permissions.
Oh, there you go. Yep. So all members, I let them view and comment, but they cannot contribute. Because contribute and comment, we don't know why, but if he was marked as contribute, he could change everything if I thought that would be an edit thing, but obviously it wasn't. So view and comment, that's the only one I marked. If you don't want them to comment and you just want to put stuff on there, just unclick comment and they won't have the option to write back to you.
So that is handy though, if you,
Good.
if you have like a resource room webpage, maybe that Kathy and Lindy are both gonna put stuff on, so then they both would wanna be able to be contributors. But the members, then you would take them off that they cannot contribute. So you could have like two editor type things. So if you wanted to have like a grade span or area website, you could do it that way.
All those top topics were up there for you already, right?
Yep, when I click on the layout, whatever one you choose, those will already be up there. So now when I go here, it'll just be empty. And then you just add pictures. Or if you have pictures like on your computer from past stuff, you just upload from your computer. And then
That's what I did. I uploaded all mine from my
from
computer.
your computer and something will, yeah.
Now keep in mind your Tuesday, Saturday sessions, there's one coming up, I believe in October. This would be a great time if you wanna, you know, get your stuff gathered to come and use that time to kind of get your website going too. Because I know it does take time, doesn't it, to kind of get your, especially the
does.
calendar things in there.
And you know, if you want it to be really plain Jane, basic, I don't really care. You can make it as easy or hard as you want it to be. I mean, uploading pictures, if you want to do it twice a year, you know, obviously it's going to take a lot less time. I've uploaded 3 times and it takes about 15 minutes each time, so it's not that hard. It's not that time consuming, but if you want to do it weekly, do it weekly. The biggest part for me is just remembering to go on here to add newsletters and to add spelling lists. Once you get in the habit, then it's easier, but I had a parent email me, where's the newsletter?
Yeah, and I added 200 pictures and videos. I added my YouTube videos there too. So think about that too. If you do any classroom video projects, you can post those right here and they can see them right on the website.
I'm trying to think. If I push delete page, is this gonna delete this whole tab? You
Let's
think?
try it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
so
I can
if
go
you
on
don't-
my site and
Right.
delete the volunteers. I don't need that.
Right, and
And
so
then
like if you don't
attach.
want the store or whatever,
Yeah,
then it makes it small.
Yep,
Oh,
under customize, and then I clicked on the tab, and then delete page,
Yeah,
and delete. What's the one you want to delete? So if you don't want a message board or a calendar, maybe you just want a home screen, you can delete all these other ones. Cool, I didn't know that.
So now that you deleted your class store, though, then you don't, your parents can't buy the pictures?
No, they can't buy them then. They wouldn't even be able to see
This
it.
isn't your second one.
No, this is the one I just made.
but what you could do, I mean, if they want a picture, you could email it to them
Yeah.
too, you know?
Because they can't copy off this, right?
Right.
Yeah. And two, once you get down here, I know like some of these I didn't really want. You can delete this whole section. If you don't want them to ever see your recent activity, just delete it. And that takes it off. Maybe you don't want upcoming events to pop up. You can take it off.
So that's all under options, under
Yeah.
each of those sections. So you can totally customize this however you would like. But it does have, I mean, I thought it was really neat that it definitely has a teacher classroom webpage in mind, how it's laid out and the things that they would think would want to have on there. So that was, I thought was really well
Yeah.
done.
And it's just nice that the whole format is Here, you just have to plug in your stuff and you're done. That's the easiest part about it. So, yeah, anybody have any questions? Or anything you're wondering about?
So many videos.
Sorry, that was so
All
fast.
you do is you put your parents' websites in,
Their
or their email address, sorry, and then they put their kids' information in for you.
So I put add members. So let's say, and this is the little letter that they send in the email about, oh, here's what you're gonna see. I wrote my little own at the top so they didn't delete it thinking it was junk. So I kind of added a little letter saying, don't delete this, please keep reading. So if I wanted to add you, what's your email address?
Shepherd.
O-E-P-P again? You're doing fine. Okay. So then I would send it. Maybe. So now I have a new member. So you're automatically a member. And now you're a member to me, but to you, you might not be a member because you haven't gone through the site and said, okay, I want to see this stuff. But now you'll have an email address or an email saying, do you want to be a member? So then the nice part too is if you want to email all, like if I want to email all of my parents the same email instead of typing in every single one, I can go through and click, 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 click. Or if you're at a class party and you want just these handful, you know, to get this, click, 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 bam, got it.
Nice.
Yeah, because last year I ran into that a few times. I'm like, oh, get out the address book, you know, and type in everybody you want to, if you haven't emailed them before. So, yeah. And I am so willing to help anybody get started. That was like 30-second blurb. But it's pretty basic once you get going.
By the way, we've added a little bonus to folks that would like to mentor like that. If you choose to mentor after you lead a mini lesson, we give you another hour of tech training. How cool is that? So, all of you out there listening, sign up for your mini lesson.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all.